but I guess I'll take them to lunch or whatever. Just don't take them to lunch. Just go sit down with them and tell them, you're professionals, go figure it out, and don't do anything else. We'll give you an example, and maybe some of you won't like this example, but I'll give it to you anyway. I used to put people together, and let's say these people didn't really like each other that much, and they didn't see eye to eye. And so you'd have them working together, and then you'd have to sit, well, let's go in a room, and the three of us will sit down and try to work it out, right? And then it still doesn't work. And then, well, let's all go out to lunch, and we'll talk about it at lunch. And then a month later, it still doesn't work. Then you're finally thinking, we'll go to dinner and we'll have wine and we'll talk about it. We'll try to figure it out. And I became a sensitive person who was always trying to make these combinations work and all this. And I had a good friend who I really respected as a manager, and he had more management experience than I had. I went into him and I told him this problem, and I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I guess I'll take him to lunch or whatever. He says, don't take him to lunch. Just go sit down with them and tell them, you're professionals, go figure it out, and don't do anything else. And I started doing that, and guess what? People figured it out. I didn't need to I spent so much money on lunches in my life. But I'll tell you, there's an attraction, I won't tell you what it is, but I'll tell you there's a major attraction that has opened moderately recently, where there was one person who had a very strong visual sense, one person who had a really strong story sense, and they did not want to work together, and they kept coming to me saying, which one of us should stay on the job, because one of us is going to go off because we can't. And I did exactly what this person said. I brought him into the room and I said, you're both on it till it's finished. So figure it out. And they both have come to me since the attraction opened and said they were so happy I told them that. And the product, they know it's better because I did work with that other person and vice versa. So that to me is kind of like, we're all professionals, we're all hardworking, talented people, and we can't let our personalities or our differences of opinion, by the way, are great because that's what makes it dynamic, right? But it should never get in the way of getting it done.